Hey everybody, RockPaperMario here, and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Legends Arceus. We are going to start this video with quite a lot of evolving. I was working hard yesterday getting all these Pokemon up to the stage that they could evolve. It didn't, so for Basculin and Stantler, it actually didn't take that long. Like, all I did was go out into the Obsidian Fieldlands and just hang around near the Heights camp. Fight a few Geodudes, so it took like 4 rounds, because one thing I never noticed, okay, so this is probably like what, the second last, max third last video in the entire project, right? One thing I never noticed, when you use the agile or strong style move, it uses 2 PP. How have I played this game twice? And I played it exhaustively this time around, and I never noticed this in my life. I never noticed this until I had to use, like, Psy-Shield Blast 20 times. And then all of a sudden I realized, oh, shit, now I have to, like, I can only use it 5 times per whatever, because it has 10 PP. I never realized this before. The same thing happened when I was, oh, there's Basculegion. It's a cool Pokemon, I have to say. The same thing happened when I was completing the Pokedex entries for those 3 atrocities. Because, like, they, that actually didn't take that long either. I know I probably shouldn't be talking about that now, but, like, that actually didn't take that long either. Okay, I need to be careful here, because one of these... only one of them has fairy-type attack, so I'm going to be able to evolve one of these, and then I have to change it to nighttime. I don't want to accidentally end up with, like, 1 Sylveon and 2 Espeon. Then I have to get the friendship level up for these Eevee all over again. That's the thing that took the longest amount of time by far. It really, really did. Like, the, because again, I was doing my usual strategy of, no, yeah, whatever. I was doing my usual strategy of, just riding around. Like, my name is El Nino, hanging out in the back of an El Camino, like, throwing Eevees at trees and rocks and things like that. It took quite some time. But it was alright. It was kind of like the kind of thing you can just go, like, brainless mode and watch a couple of episodes of Hoarders while you're doing it, you know. So that's that. Let's actually just get rid of these guys now. So yeah, this is like, I'm wondering whether this might be the second last video of the Let's Play. I suppose it depends on, what am I doing? No, I don't want to release anything. Release multiple. I almost released multiple Pokemon. Yeah, so I was just able to go, like, head empty mode and just, like, watch a couple of episodes of Hoarders while I was doing it. Might as well take these guys out as well. So one of the things that I did also do while I was, getting the, while I was getting Eevee's friendship up and things like that, so what I was doing was I was going around in these areas, like Obsidian Fieldlands and, Crimson Mirelands and whatever, and what I also made sure to do was to pick up any of the satchels that were there, to get the points for them. So I should actually have enough to get 2 of these things. Yes, I do. Thank you so much. How much is the... It's actually quite cheap. So wait a second, I need 2 of these. That is the right one, right? Isn't it? Yes, it is. I was like, I had like a millisecond of doubt as to whether the, I had a millisecond of doubt as to whether this was the correct one and not the Gliscor one. So, I have a Mocha. I'm coming back to my, like, Shenmue days or whatever with my Mocha. Or my Shenmue 2 days, actually. I feel like drinking my... I used to call it the Ghetto Mocha. Yeah, I remember that now. because it was like instant coffee and cocoa powder and milk and hot water. It wasn't really like a proper mocha. So are you the one with the fairy type attack? Yes, you're the one with those baby doll ass. I can't say like baby doll eyes normally. It's like that's the only way I can say it. Those baby doll ass. Oh my god. I can't believe that didn't come to mind either. Like that's a whole. Remember, I think it was the last video I was talking about. Remember in the last video I was talking about how they make these kind of mad evolutionary methods that only really work in like one generation and are kind of gimmicky. Well, Sylveon is one of those. Like, do you remember in like the generations, it was like I think Gen 6 and 7, it was in Gen 6 and Gen 7 it wasn't friendship, it was like the completely other arbitrary statistic that nobody gives a shit about, affection. It's like, sorry, but what's the difference between affection and friendship at the end of the day? Just that the affection one was designed to try and make you engage with the whole, you know, can you pet the dog thing or whatever. Sneasel's right, Cantonian Sneasel. I'm so lucky that I caught this thing. I feel like I haven't seen any other Cantonian Sneasel since then. That being said, I don't think I've done really any more space-time distortions in the Obsidian Fieldlands since then, so I'm surprised that it's like the Obsidian Fieldlands is the area for that one. That kind of is unusual to me. Like, you'd think it is like the Coronet Highlands, because that's where all, or even like the Alabasta Icelands. Because Sneasel is one of those strangely ice-type Pokemon. One of those Pokemon that you probably never saw when you played Gen 2 the first time. Apparently, that's one of the things that's changed in Crystal Legacy. I'm trying to avoid like spoiling too much of it, because I would love if I am LPing it, which that's my intention at the moment, but you know, things can change. I always say you never really know until the day you go to record what you actually do want to record. But the apparently that's one of the things that has changed, is that those kinds of Pokemon that you weren't able to access until wait a second, what am I looking for here? Get rid of the Onceler here. This unnecessarily sexy looking thing. The just like the real Onceler. Oh my god, why? No. Yeah, so that's with like Crystal Legacy, apparently that's one of the changes that was made, is that the all of those Pokemon that you could only access in like the post game or late game areas, like in fairness, like Slugma and Houndour. Where am I going now? I'm going to Kogita's domain. The Ancient Retreat, is that what it was called? The Ancient's Retreat. It just looks like a campsite. It's making me think of like another Code Ore. Was that released yet? Anyway, on the Switch, because like another Code I kind of love. Oh, there she is. She's out having like a nighttime cup of tea in the evening time. But yeah, in fairness, those like things like Slugma and Houndour, you were able to find kind of as soon as you got to Kanto. They were kind of around like Celadon City area, if I remember correctly. But like Misdreavus is literally in the final room of the game. Like, you don't find Misdreavus until it's not even in like the first room of Mount Silver. It's in like the second room, you know. And Sneasel you don't find until like the very final the grounds around Mount Silver as well. So apparently that is something that's after changing in Crystal Legacy, that you can find them earlier in the game, and the Pokemon encounters in areas have changed as well, apparently. So I'm looking from what Empolo has been like saying, it sounds like it's just like a really fresh experience of the game, you know, that makes it enjoyable all over again. An already enjoyable game, a freshly enjoyable experience, if you get what I mean. Oh, now it's time to tell me the rest. I got the rest of you. That's one of those songs that I feel like it is what was on like mobile phone ads back in the, like, my brother and I, my older brother and I, like, we used to talk about things like that, songs that would be on a Motorola ad. Holy shit, what's this atrocity? It's him from the Powerpuff Girls, literally. This is Enamorous, a Pokemon hailed as the Herald of Spring. I never want to see spring again if this is what's bringing it. But imagine it. Oh my god. Catch her then if you like. She always flits about the Crimson Mirelands. No wonder she belongs in the Bog of Eternal Stench. She's got a bad weave again. Every time they give me a bad weave. I don't think I actually had to get these goons out of the computer at all. But yeah, so that's something that I'm really looking forward to if I do Let's Play it. So Empolo has kind of warned me it's a time investment. It's not, you're not going to blaze through it apparently in the same way that you would blaze through regular Pokemon Crystal. Hey Mello. That's another thing that I feel has like drastically happened over the past couple of weeks. Mello has been like a way more quiet. Like Mello is a lot quieter all of a sudden. What am I doing here? I'm just getting out these Pokemon to fight the final Arceus with. So wait a second, which order are they in? 1, 2, 3. There we go. Yeah, I decided to like order the boxes here in terms of like where they go, like in numerical order. That's what I'm trying to say. Do you know what? I'm just gonna like keep out the end game crew. I think in fairness I did do like a pretty good job of giving all of the different Pokemon enough airtime. Wait a second, there's something different here. Oh yeah, Road wasn't in the end game crew. Oh well, sorry Road. Road did get some airtime though. I'll never forget, like, when I Let's Played Pokemon Silver, I had so many fun Pokemon. I had Danny DeVito, the Delibird. I had a Ledian. What was my Ledian's name again? I can't even remember. Okay, where do we find this bitch now? With the bad weave, and every time they give her a bad weave, my head falls off and starts rolling around in the ground, and I'm like, why did you give me a bad weave? Well, I guess it's in Caelid, right? You know, in the real disgusting swamp area. She's probably there slathering mud all over her face or something. What the hell? What, was I always able to jump over that gap? I feel like I wasn't. So wait a second, let's just take a wait, we never went to Laventon to show him the Pokedex after we evolved all of those Pokemon. How many points do I have now? Hang on a second. I have 327. Just wondering whether it would be easier to get the whether it'll end up being easier to get the to buy a metal coat with points, or whether it'll be easier to... Am I, like, in the right area? I'm, like, leaving the Scarlet Bog. I'm, like, going in the wrong direction. Excuse me, weird ear. So, yeah, like, as I say, at the moment, like, the plan for today is... and today, by the way, is Friday the 3rd of May. It is the dawn of the final day where I get to finally go to see the Phantom Menace in the cinema again. Okay, let's just save here. Save your progress. Okay, wait a sec. I still haven't like figured out what like the right way to do this is. like, when they're on land. You'd think, like, I'd have it twigged at this stage. Oh, I'm confused. She does, like, she completely, like, confuses your controls the same way that Cresselia does. Okay, that's interesting. She can't, like, nothing can be more annoying than the Thunderous one, though. That was, like, literally the worst. Like, I don't think any of them took me, like, more tries than that one did. I am going to, like, be a little bit conservative here and see, can I, like, wait and, Okay, that was not great. I can't, like... Now I really need to wait and let myself cool off. So yeah, the plan today is I'll record whatever 1 or 2, like 2 or 3 videos that it takes for me to finish the game now. Like, I'll go and do this, I'll get the Wisps in the Obsidian Fieldlands. Like, that's what I'm thinking, like, while I'm here in the Crimson Mirelands, and when I have to go to the Obsidian Fieldlands anyway, it might be worth my while, even if I do it off-screen. Like, especially in the Obsidian Fieldlands, because I'll be traveling around the place anyway. It might be worthwhile to, Okay, let's just try and, like, circle around her. So it seems like she makes the... No, not like the lamp, not the rat. So that's good to know. It seems that, like, she makes the tornadoes where you are, not, like, where she is. So I should be able to, like, rush her down. Like, as soon as like, she finishes making them, I guess. I'm, like, learning, I'm getting the intel. Apparently she can just, like, straight up, like, whomp you one, though, is the other thing. Apparently she can just, like, straight up whomp you one. But yeah, even if I do it, like, off-screen, especially in the Obsidian Fieldlands, because the, what the hell? This Alpha Skuntank really needs to, like, get out of my grill, seriously. Like, especially in the Obsidian Fieldlands, because I'll be traveling around the area anyway, getting those wisps, I might as well collect the different satchels. I feel like getting rid of this stupid Skuntank here. Or at least, like, drawing her away from it. And then maybe I'll have enough, like, theoretically, between, like, the 2 different areas, I should maybe have enough to be able to... I should maybe have enough to be able to, I should maybe have enough to be able to... Holy crap, what the hell? I should maybe have enough to just get the, get Biometal Coat instead of having to go to the trouble of catching Alpha Steelix. Okay, I managed to hit her once. I just don't get, like, how I'm supposed to reliably dodge that thing. Okay, get away from there, or whatever you do. Holy crap, that's the way to do it. With the bird. Oh, I don't know why I didn't think of that sooner. Just like, fuck this thing and it's freaking, why is the Skuntank here? Like, why? Why, oh why? The doily, to quote Elizabeth Bishop. Holy crap, that was like the biggest pain in my ass that I have experienced in this game so far. Like, I have no idea what to cut out. Like, I stopped my, or how much, like, I've been recording for. I stopped my timer because I was like, I can't do this. This is ridiculous. The, I was like, this is crazy. So the, Like, it was like, there's no, like, rhyme or reason to where the, it feels like there's no rhyme or reason to where the tornadoes appear. She can hit you with them from so far away. I'll probably, like, leave in some of it just to illustrate, like how ridiculous it is. Like, that is, like, the only thing so far. And again, let me preface this by saying there's probably some mechanic in this game that I'm not engaging with that makes this easier, right? I will be the first to say that, because it wouldn't be the first time that I just hadn't bothered engaging with some sort of mechanic that makes this all easier, right? But geez, that was crazy. And then you have, like, these, like, it's the aiming then as well. Like, so when you aim, the, what I was finding was with Weird Ear, a lot of the time when I dodged the attacks, I was ending up behind her instead of in front of her. And then when I tried to target her, like, so what I would have had to do was turn back around to be able to target her, which was, like, really difficult to do in time, because she then, like, flies away or whatever. Or else I was accidentally targeting some stupid hippopotamus or whatever, or some crow gunk, like goof space gunk on YouTube, and as the cycle, like, began anew. It was crazy. Like, that took so long. And then as soon as I switched to using Braviary instead, that seems to be the trick. Like, I was like, do you know what? I'm just gonna, like, fly low over. I'm just gonna fly low over towards her and then, like, drop down on her and hit her from there, and that seems to have worked. So, holy crap, it was hard. And that, like, that's the only thing so far in this game that I've been like, that wasn't exactly enjoyable. Oh yeah, she grew enraged. Brilliant. I'm, like, afraid to use, like, I'm afraid to try using any attack that might end up killing her by accident, because I really don't want to have to go through that again. I prefer to, like, yeet max revives at my Pokemon to keep them alive. Finally. Thank you. Never would I have believed that would be the most, like, challenging, that would be the most challenging Pokemon for me to catch. Holy crap. Okay. Well, look, it looks like there's only one thingy-bob. Satchel, that's the word I'm looking for. One satchel that I need to get here, so I might as well pick that up, go back, show Laventon the Pokedex, and then head off to the Obsidian Fieldlands. Holy crap, that was hard. Again, there's probably something, I like, as I say, I'm not going to rag on the game, because there's a huge probability that there's a way to make that a way easier that I'm just not bothering engaging with. As I say, it wouldn't be the first time. Hello, Cake Lures. Like, things like, is Maven, like the guy who won the first season of Tough Enough. Yeah, so we got 90 from that. Like, I don't know, depending, like, we haven't been in the Obsidian Fieldlands for a long time. It might be the case that if there are, it might be the case that if there were enough little satchels there, I might be able to get up to 1,000. You never know. Alright, Laventon. I bet you've never seen a Pokedex like this before. I've caught one Pokemon, but I evolved a whole load of others. So yeah, that means that... So, if I'm correct... That means that the, that means that Steelix is the last Pokemon I need to get before Arceus. So look, I guess that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. I don't know what I'll leave in of that, like, at all of my attempts to catch her. But yeah, I'm kind of glad that's over now. I wasn't expecting that to be as crazy as it was, so I'll see you next time. Thanks a million for watching. See you then. Bye now.